is not my fucking issue, dude. I paid my motherfucking bill. Our shit was kind of high for me. That's kind of high, you know, from Taco Bell to, you know, filet mignon. So the bill was kind of high, and I feel like he should have been just satisfied enough that we left money. You know what I'm saying? That we did have the true amount. Okay, first of all, we paid our bill. No, we didn't leave what you think we should have left, but if billing and tipping was mandatory, then why the fuck y'all have it on y'all receipt like the Cheesecake Factory or Yamashiro's or, you know what I'm saying, Big Hannah's or something like that? Then it'll just be added to the bill, and then I'll tip you that price. You know, but today I felt like, you know, motherfucker, if I wanted McDonald's, I would have went to McDonald's. If I wanted Taco Bell, I went to Taco Bell. But I wanted motherfucking seafood, and I wanted it from y'all place, and I feel like I can afford it today. So I paid.
Okay, here. So, based on what this woman was saying earlier, by my calculations, actually by calculator's calculations, I don't trust my own math, she should have left a tip going off the standard 15% gratuity, $25 and some change, and she left $8 and whatever. She left whatever she had left from her bill, which was, you know, obviously a lot if 25 and some change gratuity is expected. Yeah. Whatever your name is, if you are going to a sit-down place, you know, no Golden Arches or Taco Bell or anything, any crap like that, it's expected that you will pay your server a gratuity, because a server doesn't make any money at all. A server makes practically no money. $2 and some change hourly is what they're guaranteed. Everything else is tips, gratuity, and all of it's taxed. A lot of people who are waiting tables to feed their family, and they have health insurance that they're paying, that they're using their income from their waitressing job to pay for. The minimum wage, their guaranteed wage of $2 and whatever, that goes towards their health bills, their health care, their health insurance, and the only way they make any money to feed themselves, to clothe their children, to make ends meet outside of that, that's all from the tips. It's expected, though not put out on the bill, that you have to give a 15% gratuity at least. Now, that doesn't mean you always have to do it. If you think that the service is poor, or if you think that the food was poorly prepared, you don't have to give a tip. You don't have to give 15%. You don't have to give anything. Generally, if I'm in a situation where I'm not going to tip my server, I try to let the management know that I was disappointed. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I didn't like this food, I didn't like the service. Well, they're not going to find out about it until you know, I leave and they didn't get a tip. You know, because sometimes you may have a server who did a bad job and didn't know they did a bad job, and they just need to be told, hey, well, you know, you were kind of flipped to me the whole time, and you do it respectfully. You know, I always do it respectfully. I always, like, hey, I hate to be a pain in the ass, but I asked for the steak to be medium, and it's a little on the rare side, because I don't want my food to be spit and jizzed in. I know that stuff happens. You know, that scene in Waiting where they desecrate that bitchy customer's plate. It would be funny if I knew that stuff wasn't true, but I know stuff like that happens. So I always try to walk on eggshells with that. And whoever this person is also talks about how she's been to places where the gratuity's been included. Yeah, gratuity is normally included in sit-down restaurants for large parties, generally 8 people or more. If it's you and your boyfriend, or you and your husband and another couple eating together, and they amass a 3-figure bill, the gratuity's not included, but it is expected that you give it to them. I thought that was something that was generally known, is that if you go to a sit-down restaurant, you gotta tip your server if they're doing a decent job. tip them more if you think they're doing a better job than, you know, if they're not just phoning it in. But you got to give them something. They don't make any money. You know, the money they make is what you give them, basically.